right? Luke 8, all right, is basically saying if you choose life, or rather you choose death, all right? I'm gonna start at verse 5. It says, a sower went out to sow his seed, and as he sowed, some fell upon the wayside. All right, the wayside will be what? Sandy ground. All right, you can't take a seed and expect to plant something in fucking sand and that, it sprout up. And it's basically showing that what? You have no base, you have no root with yourself. All right. It say
because that's Salaki, that's you want to be rooted in Yahweh Shem Shah. What book you in on?
Luke 8. It say and it was trodden down, and the fowls of the air devoured it up. All right, so what? You obviously see that what? He chose death when he had life and death bestowed before him. All right, and some fell upon a rock, and as soon as it was sprung up, it withered away because it lacked moisture. All right, you lack moisture. It say, verse 7, and some fell among thorns, and the thorns sprang up with it and choked it. And others fell on good ground and sprang up and bare fruit and hundredfold. And that would be what? The ones that chose life. All right, when that life and death, that option was bestowed before them, they choose to live, all right, and walk in the way of the Heavenly Father. All right, and when he had said these things, he cried, he that had ears to hear, let him hear. Salaki. And he that what? He that understand, let him understand.
Right.
All right.
He that understand, he gonna take heed.
He gonna take heed, and he gonna abide with the wise.
Okay.
All right. And his disciples asked him, saying, what might this parable be? All right. And he said, unto you it is given to know the mysteries of the kingdom of the Most High, but to the others in parables, that seeing they might not see, and hearing that they might not understand. So the Most High basically telling you, look, hey, I speak in parables just so they don't understand. You see it, but you don't see it. You hear it, but you don't hear it. Yeah. It's like it's hidden in plain sight.
That's right, it is. And that goes right back to what, once again, you see the power of Yahweh Shem Shah.
And this verse 11, and it's going to make sense. It say, now the parable is this. The seed is the word of the Most High. So the Most High is giving you his word. All right, here it is.
Right.
All right, and we going to, verse 10, and I'm going to read till like 14. It's going to give examples of what you have people do in everyday life when they come across this truth. All right, to show you that what? They chose death, or rather they chose life.
Like Apostle Paul, he say what? I could plant the seed all day, but it's going to take for Yahweh Shem Shah to get it increase. And we're still going to seek you out and see if you're worthy enough for it growing.
So you worthy. This is verse 12. Those by the wayside are they that hear. Because remember when we read up, it spoke about the ones that what? The seed was on the wayside. But the fowls of the air came devoured it up. All right? It say, the ones by the wayside are they that hear, then cometh the devil and take away the word out of their hearts, lest they should believe and be saved. Here come the devil, taketh the word out of their heart. Yep. Take it from them. Hey, look, you got caught in the hour of temptation.
It tells you also that's going into them being entangled with this world.
Entangled with this world, because what?
Women come. You got the women come. You got want to be prosperous in his kingdom. All those things. Satan works through all of those things. But what? By you taking heed and actually worshiping Yahweh Shem Shah in sincerity and truth, you understand that what? You're not wicked. You're not wicked. I say you're not ignorant to Satan's devices. So you're gonna see these things coming before time, and that's why you're gonna get that same warning from the men of the Lord. Because we can't just go out and condemn the world. It had to start with us. You see.
Because if it didn't start with us, that would be a sign of hypocrisy. Because what the scriptures say, how could you point the beam at someone else's eyes when you have it in yours?
Right.
All right. And what? It say what? The scripture speaking about the devil coming to take it away because what? He's seeking to whom he may devour. Right. All right. Seeing what? If you're weak, I'm going to come get it. Like, come on. Because what? The Lord is looking for soldiers, people stern, rooted up and grounded, And say, because what? He's molding us to be what? The best soldiers.
Right.
It say, verse 13, they on the rock are they which when they hear and you see the word they, it's letting you know them.
They on the rock.
Which, when they have heard, go forth and are choked with the cares and riches and pleasures of this life and bring no fruit to perfection.
There you go.
Basically what the brother was just saying. You're entangled in the world. Because what? When you read in Colossians, I believe in chapter 1, it tell you set thy affections on things up above. All right, and not on things of the earth. Because what? That'll get you knocked off quick.
Right.
You know? Cares of the world, because if you got cares of the world and pleasures of life, you're gonna be too entangled in what? Riches and how to get the baddest bitches and what somebody got to say about you. Because what? Cares of this world, you thinking about getting lined up, you worried about how you look. You know? It say I'm gonna read verse 15. But that on the good ground are they which is in honest and good heart, having heard the word, kept it, and bring forth fruit with patience. And that's the ones that what? They chose life. When life and death.
Patience or repentance?
It's a patience.
Patience, kind.
When life and death was bestowed before them, blessing and cursing, they chose to live.
Yep, kind of. Hey, and that goes to show you too, where if you don't have patience, that could be another thing that get you, you know what I'm saying, spewed out of the Lord's sanctuary, our body.
Yeah, that was it. You got it.
All right, you made a point in the chapter when it said basically something on the rock.
Mm-hmm.
This is Luke, that they didn't have their foundation on the rock. This is Luke chapter 6 and verse 47. It says, "Whoso cometh to me and heareth my sayings and chooseth life and doeth them, I will shew you unto whom he is like. He is like a man which built an house and dig deep." You see, he was rooted.
Mm-hmm.
It says, "And laid the foundation on the rock. And when the flood arose, the stream beat vehemently upon that house, and could not shake it, for it was founded upon a rock. But he that heareth and doeth not is like a man that without a foundation built the house upon the earth, against that which the stream did beat vehemently, and immediately it fell. And the ruin of that house was great." See? So you got two sides. You can't dwell on both sides. You can't be wishy-washy with this thing. See, you're gonna be all the way in and have your house built upon that rock, all right? And and when that pressure come, all right, when the Lord sends those temptations your way, all right, and that tribulation meets you, those trials, all right, to basically purify you and get you through all the hell, all right, to make you solid. Hey, you want to have your faith and your foundation set. See, because if you don't, you're gonna be what? Like until when they hear it and do is not the truth. All right, you basically set yourself up for failure.
I got one more pre-out. This is Psalms 18:2, just backing up the brother about what his foundation and everything with him was what founded upon that rock. So when the strong winds came and everything that came to destroy his house, it stood strong. Because what? This is Psalms 18, and this is 18. I'm gonna start it 1 and 2. I will love thee, O Lord, my strength. All right, verse 2.
How you love the Lord?
Go ahead.
You love the Lord? You do the will. You see, you don't put off from day to day.
Mm-hmm.
You don't stop feeding the flock. You don't stop going out on the highways and hedges and take breaks because you're tired of standing up. Or it's too hot. Or it's too cold.
Or say in a season, out of season.
That's right.
You know, this is because what? If you can handle it, you know, that's like what? Keeping the laws. We fall into what? The best of our ability.
Right.
We do what we can control. All right. So what? It is raining. You know what? Is that stopping you from getting the works done?
That's right.
All right. This is verse 2. The Lord is my rock, and that house and him was founded upon what? That rock. He chose life. He chose to live. All right. It say, the Lord is my rock and my fortress, and my deliverer, my power, my strength, in whom I will trust, my buckler. When you go into buckler, it basically means shield. All right. That shield, that what? That covering over that house, that protection over that house. All right. It say, in the horn of my salvation and my high tower.
Right.
You know, so what? He chose life, and he builded his house upon that rock.
And it goes into 1 Corinthians when in the scripture tell you what, ye are the temple of the Most High. You know? And real quick, let me grab this precept back on that point. This is the book of Joshua, chapter 1, and starting verse 8. It says, this book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. You see, according to all the records. It says, for then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then shalt thou have good success. Have not I commanded thee? Be strong and of a good courage. Be not afraid, neither be thou dismayed, for Yahweh Shem Yahshua is with thee, whithersoever thou goest. You see? Because what? You've chosen life. All right? You've chosen life. You can't live for the next person. You see? The Lord has personally said it before you for a reason. All right? I got one more. This Romans chapter 11 and verse 7. What then? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election had obtained it. The election have obtained it in what? Received life. All right? It says, and the rest were blinded. According as it is written, the Most High have given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear unto this day. You know? So the multitude that's going to perish and that was perish and that was born in vain, they have been set up for destruction. You know? They've been set up not to choose life. You know? And follow the ways of this world.
I got one more precept. This is Psalms 29. I'm going to read verse 8. The voice of the Lord shaketh the wilderness. The voice. Because what? They heard that voice. All right? The voice of the Lord shaketh the wilderness.
Wilderness is what? The dead, dry place.
A dead, dry place. All right? And you have what? You have everyone, all right, walking in the wilderness. And everybody is walking that way. Everybody what? Brought us the way that leaded to destruction. All right, and you have
ultimately nowhere to go.
Nowhere to
in
go.
The wilderness.
And they're walking that way. But the Lord shaketh the wilderness. The Lord shaketh the wilderness of Kadesh. The voice of the Lord maketh the hinds to calve. All right. When you go into, I believe it was hinds, which would be what? I believe it said like a baby, like a baby deer. All right, but it say the hinds to calf. Calf basically means to dance, jolly, be happy. He make it the hinds to calf because what? The hind, a baby deer, their habitation isn't the wilderness. It isn't the desert. They belong in what? The forest. All right. I gave the scripture away. Salaki. It say make it the hinds to calf and discover it the forest. Because what? He's going back to what? His natural estate, where he belonged. All right? While everybody else is walking that way in the wilderness, the Lord shaked it, and he turned one's back. You looking this way, but like, come this way. Hear my voice. What? My sheep hear my voice.
Right, follow me.
And they follow me. All right? What? They was risen out of the graves. He made it the hinds his calf, and they discovered the forest. He's back in his righteous state. And in his temple doth everyone speak of his glory.
Some on it?
Yeah, that was it.
All right, come. This is Zechariah chapter 2 and verse 7. It says, deliver thyself, O Zion, that dwellest with the daughter of Babylon. See? Thus said Yahweh Shem Yahshua host, after the glory had he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you. For he that touched you touched the apple of his eye. So what? Deliver thyself. You deliver thyself by not being trapped up in what? The ways of this place. You see? Turning to Yahweh Shem Yahshua and choosing life. All right? And what? Once you deliver yourself, you can what? Sing and rejoice. You know, as it speaks about later on in this passage right here. All right? You can rejoice because you know what? By you choosing life, all right, and you dying to this place rather than you choosing death and living, so-called living, you know, according to what the world pushes out, hey man, you getting a good reward in the end.
Because what? That's really your mourning.
That's right.
All right. I'm going to read this out. This is my last one. Chapter 30, Psalms 30 and 11. Just to back up the point. Thou hast turned me, Thou hast turned for me my mourning unto dancing.
Right.
Thou hast put off my sackcloth and girded me with gladness.
See, you're not mourning.
Not mourning no more. Because what? You're actually living. Because what? We was what? Walking in that dry place. Walking in that desert.
The dead state of mind.
Come.
You know? But what? Now through the spirit power of Yahweh Shemel Shai, we have our minds stirred back up to remembrance. All right, we're calling back upon Yahweh Shemel Shai, warning the elect. All right, about what the great destruction of Yahweh Shemel Shai is going to be taking place upon this earth. You know. So with that, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to the elect. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. That belongs to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone of the will, and much peace, safety, and blessings to the hopeful elect throughout the four winds, pushing the truth and sincerity and diligence, striving for the truth until death, making our call and election sure. Till next time, shalom.
Shalom.